life, in terms of making money, in terms of making ends meet, meeting your own financial goals.
Okay.
You know, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, I'll say it in a standpoint of a music producer, because I'm a music producer. All right. First off, you gotta make sure you're good. Because if if you're not good, you
Good at your craft.
you gotta be good at your craft in order to for it to be worth something, right? So there are a couple of ways you can make money off this. Let's say you've already done your homework, you have practiced your craft, you got your sound. Sample packs, you can start making sample packs. You can start a Patreon page. If you already put music out there, you can start Patreon page. Like a first tier could be like you can get like a review from me, and people will actually listen and subscribe. You might never know. Another thing is work with singers. Work with rappers. People will actually pay. I wouldn't recommend doing the 50-50 split. If you really want the money, you should ask them to pay you. You don't really have to start, I'm gonna be transparent here. Maybe you can just start off small, like a beat, like $500. Then from there on you grow. Everyone has to start somewhere. Okay. And then from there on, when you feel like your craft is worth more, that's where you increase the rates. Yeah. And then people will know that you're good. Word of mouth is very strong. They'll be like, oh, this guy, he makes beats. He not only makes beats, he mixes, he records. So you let people know you provide all these services. This from a music producer standpoint. Let people know you do a good job at mixing. Let people know you do a good job at recording, because these two are very high in demand. Mixing and video recording. They're cross platforms in video. Commercials, they need that as well. Advertisements, they need that as well. Video recording. Students, that want to do vocal LCM recording, they need that as well. So don't just think I'm not gonna get the money. There's a lot. You just gotta deep dive into it. There are a lot of options out there just for music. I'm just speaking. Can you imagine if I go keyboardist or guitarist or singer? But for music producer, because I'm from Sonic Arts, and I know some of you guys from Sonic Arts are gonna be music producers as well. You guys have a lot on your plate. Okay, mixing engineer, recording engineer, beat maker. Artists, you can produce for people. All this stuff, will put money on the table for sure. The only thing you need to do is to just be good at it, practice your craft, let people know that what they're paying is worth, right? Yeah. So that's what I feel. And there's no shortcut to this. Okay, there's no shortcut to it. It takes a while. It takes years. 1 year, 2 year, that kind of thing. But just don't give up, man.
As a creative professional, you are your own brand.
Yep.
You are, in many ways, you are a walking portfolio. Whether
Correct.
you like it or not. Anytime you get to meet somebody and or anybody works with you, or if you're a performer, anyone who's in that audience, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not portraying the best version of what you can do all the time, and being sincere and generous, with every person you meet.
Yeah. And also, you gotta know how to market yourself.
There you go.
Yeah. You gotta love what you're doing, because if you don't love your music, who is gonna love it? So you gotta love your music first in order for you to market it. This is what I do. Put on social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. People say they'll know what you do. They know you are taking your stuff seriously, and then when they need you for your service, they'll pay for you. So that's something you can do. You gotta learn how to, first step, love what you do. Take pride in what you do. Market it, and then see where it goes from there. Okay, and then don't give up.